Hellmann's believes they can turn any mayo hater into a lover. So, if you know someone who thinks mayo equals bland, show their taste buds the truth and challenge them to try Hellmann's flavored mayo. With irresistible flavors like Hellmann's spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chipotle, and Italian herb, they'll be eating their words. Challenge haters to try Hellmann's flavored mayo and get them to eat their words. Learn more at hellmanns.com/eatyourwords.
This episode is brought to you by Espolón Tequila. Slow, sticky, snoozy. They call these the dog days of summer. But Espolón? They don't do boring. Welcome to the Marg Days. Espolón Tequila. 100% blue Weber agave, born to shake up your summer. Just add lime, agave, and a little attitude. Visit espolontequila.com. Espolón Tequila, 40% alcohol, volume 80 proof. Copyright 2025 Campari America, New York, New York. Drink responsibly.
This episode is brought to you by JCPenney. And if you've been to JCPenney recently, yes, JCPenney, you'll know it's becoming the way to find good clothes for prices that still make sense. They've got hidden gems for everyone and every budget, with deals and rewards that actually make a dent. If you already shop JCPenney, you feel like you know a secret. But if not, it's time to ask. Wait, am I sleeping on JCPenney? Shop JCPenney.com. Yes, JCPenney.
Hello.
Hello? Is this thing on? Welcome to a Tuesday. And it's technically almost Tuesday.
Because yesterday was Tuesday.
Exactly. Which means we're recording this on a Wednesday. But for you, it is Tuesday. And guess what? We said we'd see you next Tuesday. And if you're on Spotify, you're seeing us next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Look at us.
Or you're listening to us. And then I just say, use your imagination.
I'm naked.
She is. And she's doing jumping jacks. My God, Melissa, that's so brave. Watch out. Oh, my goodness. So resilient.
I just bounced right back.
Exactly. So, yes, welcome. This is our episode where we read the results of last week's episode of But Am I Wrong? And this is our first episode after Sinners. We're back in the real world. We're no longer in the world of our husband and vampires. And the episode is 152. And you are up fast.
Melissa says if you're going to cheat on your spouse, do it in a large televised venue. 7% said I was wrong. 93% said I was not wrong. Someone said, TBH, when I first heard about this, I didn't care because to me, it just seemed like another dumb CEO finally biting the dust. But TBH, the more I find out about this, the better. I love the TikToks about it and all the reactions. And also the fact that his wife loves Coldplay makes the backlash of this so much better.
I will say, I do think that letter from his wife, I think that's not real.
Yeah. There's a lot of fake things. There are a lot of fake children popping up. A lot of fake letters.
I don't even care that that's his fake daughter because she's funny.
She's great. But there's also little boys that are like children because his children are younger.
Young boys,
so
yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen little boys pop up too. And I'm like, great. But like there are fake things going around. So just be vigilant in the information that you're consuming.
I have to say the fact that people were taking her like letter response as real. I'm like, we're so not living in the real world anymore. Like, do you really think that, like, he's essentially a bit like a bajillionaire wife is going to, like, you can't, legally, this is not how this is going to work. Like, this is not, if they're going to, whatever that is, but people are like, love it. And I was like, oh, and we exist in fanfic, which, hey, I love a fanfic.
We'll get into that next.
Exactly.
Also, the lady, she is also married to one of the richest families in the world, which that is a fact. So at some point, you know, you just do what you do. The money doesn't matter when you have so much money. Rich eating each other.
Literally and figuratively.
Yep. Someone else said Melissa's not wrong, but this one was tough for me. As much as I've enjoyed watching this unfold, as a child of divorce whose mother cheated, I would have hated finding out this way. I appreciate the call out for concern about the kids.
Yeah, I mean, there's no good way to find out that your parent is cheating on your other, like, there are like worse ways.
You could walk in on them in the act. I feel that's the absolute worst. Because who wants to see old people hunching on each other?
And then being like, wait, now I have to look closer because I'm thinking, is that what the other adult that I don't want to see naked? You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, you're having to investigate something you don't even want to see to begin with.
Yeah.
So I think, that's the worst. But I do think, like, in the rankings of it, like, definitely sucks. But I hope they're young enough that, like, it's not like they go to school.
She has older children, though. The last photos that we saw of them, one was graduating from high school, so he might be in college.
Yeah. So that's going to suck.
They have been blurring their faces, though, so that's
but I would assume, like, your peers
friends,
know know that it's your parents, or like know like the last name part. The only thing I can hope is that, like, hopefully maybe they hate their parents, and then this is like
that was going to be my next thought too.
Like, I'm going to say that like
it's probably a hate type relationship,
and like
I bet these parents aren't around a lot.
No, and like this is like deeply embarrassing for the parents, like not necessarily the kids. I think the only time that you assume like embarrassment for this is if you feel responsibility, and that's because you like love and care about that parent so much. But like some of us don't, and so this is kind of funny.
Someone else said, "Love this. Melissa is very right. I need your take on what would have happened if they just acted like nothing. People would still find out at some point, but definitely in a less viral and memeable fashion, right?" Yeah, there were the girl that originally posted this. There were several other people in that video. It was just this couple because they started acting weird. And then on top of that, Chris Martin is like, oh, they're probably very shy or they're cheating. And then that's what kicked it off. So,
because I think like the only chance that like it still came out that they were cheating if they hadn't reacted this way is if somebody else at that specific venue watching that specific concert knew them. Like, because obviously it wouldn't have gone viral otherwise, but like, I don't even think that person would have posted the video.
Well, I think they would have just posted like this was part of the concert in the same way that people post concert stuff because they were filming it anyway.
Sure, but sometimes people film that stuff because they like wonder if they're going to get on it, or like they know someone, or like something's going to happen. Like into like Charlie XCX for her for the Brat tour, like some people like do a dance. So like I don't know if like Coldplay has a thing where they like try and find a fan to like do something, and so like people like know to record that part. But to me, I'm like, if it wasn't even that interesting of a clip, it's not even a guarantee that that person would have posted it.
But she wasn't the only one that posted it. That's just the one that went viral. There were several other people that posted.
But I mean, if like they hadn't reacted that way, I think like people might have posted, but like a fraction of the people, like if it's just like, oh, a couple's here, like, okay, like it's not like this is one of the clips from the concert I have to post.
Yeah, but I still think I still think it would have got posted. It just wouldn't have had the reaction that it had.
That's what I mean. So like the amount of people posting it leads to way less of it being, there's no reason for it to go viral then. And so again, unless you were really there or you ended up like searching the concert and you're one of their significant others, I don't think people would have figured it out from this. But again, cheaters are sloppy.
Because of their reaction.
Yeah, they would have found out eventually because cheaters are sloppy. And hey, they might have already known.
I think they did.
Yeah, because it's a very bold move.
HelloFresh is going to help me enjoy my summer more because I will spend less time looking for groceries, trying to figure out like what I'm going to eat. It's just delivered straight to me, and it makes things so much easier so I can be outside basking in the sun.
Spending less time in the kitchen, more time eating delicious things, and having a great time, which is all what summer's about. This summer, HelloFresh has made it even easier to enjoy delicious, healthy, and homemade quality meals with their new ready-made meals. These heat-and-go HelloFresh meals are chef-crafted, flavorful dishes, ready in, guess how many minutes? Oh, it's just 3. So you can dig in and go do summer right.
My mouth is already watering looking at this Southwest-inspired chicken bowl and the stir-fried udon with pulled pork and veggies. There's also a creamy Alfredo truffle pasta and an Indian-inspired chicken paired with turmeric rice. Drool. These are all ready to eat after a quick spin in the microwave.
We love HelloFresh. We have sung their praises for so long. I have to give a shout out, though. The Mushu pork lettuce wraps, Changed my life. Absolutely so good. I think it has to be one of my favorites I've ever had. Make your summer enjoyable and delicious by signing up for HelloFresh at hellofresh.com/blameme10fm and get 10 free meals with a free item for life.
That's hellofresh.com/blameme10fm for 10 free meals and a free item in every box.
HelloFresh.com/blameme10fm. One per box with an active subscription. Free meals are applied as a discount on the first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies just to see if you could save some cash? Well, Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Buying a car shouldn't eat up your week. That's why Carvana made it convenient. Car buying that fits around your life, not the other way around. You can get pre-qualified for an auto loan in just a couple of minutes and browse thousands of quality car options, all within your terms, all online, all on your schedule. Turn car buying into a few clicks and not a full week's endeavor. Finance and buy your car at your convenience on Carvana. Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
If anyone else is watching Spotify, I really wanted a Shirley Temple. Couldn't find a sugar-free grenadine or one that was not, or even like a sugar grenadine. I could only find like corn syrup ones, and that, hate the feeling of that in my mouth. So this is I think you might actually like this. Well, do you like Shirley Temples?
Mm-hmm. It's not cherry, it's pomegranate.
It is, but.
And I also like cherry flavor. I don't like physical cherries.
Oh, interesting.
Cherry flavors are always delicious.
Yeah.
It's that consistency of a cherry is disgusting.
It's kind of mealy and wet. It's like, yeah, it's
and I don't care
and
what kind of cherry it is. They're all disgusting in their own special way.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. But this is a Canada Dry Fruit Splash Cherry Ginger Ale. So it's medicine.
It's a sonic drink.
Exactly, and I'm loving it.
Someone else said, all the memes bring me so much joy. They 100% deserve this.
I hope they live in an at-fault state if they want to get divorced. Or they have enough property or pay taxes in an at-will state so they can file in that state.
Mm-hmm.
Or not at-will, with cause.
Another person said, the way that if they didn't acknowledge it, no one probably would have known anything because people wouldn't have even thought twice about it. And their partner wouldn't have found out either. Melissa's not wrong. Someone else said, totally agree that they should be in public so they can be shamed. Someone else said, I seriously do not get how chill people are when cheating. Of course you're going to get caught. At least they get the public shaming they deserve. That's it.
Flawless. Okay, then we have Meghan thinks you should have at least one ship in the harbor at a time. 7% said I was wrong. 93% said I was not wrong. Featured on this ship, you will see is Nicolandria. I will say that my Royal Caribbean roots were screaming because all I wanted to do was post like a sailboat, but they have drilled into me the difference between a boat and a ship. And I do feel like I let that captain down who told me all about that. There's nothing that's ever been corrected more than when we were doing shipping, Julia, and I kept saying the boat, and like ship. And I was like, okay, it is not a boat. It is a ship. I think about ships and OTPs all the time. For anyone who's unfamiliar, one true pairing. Lately, I think about Chrysalis, and the Blind Bard. There's a book that has Bracius. Should I know these people? And Chrysius as the main characters from the Iliad. Okay, sorry. I've never read the Iliad. Chrysias meets a blind bard in the book. The story was not the center of the book, but I think about them all the time. Those are some of my favorite ships is like secondary characters, like background like I love that stuff. And I've said it before, but like one of my absolute favorite fanfic genres that was one of my also favorites to write was Harry Potter's parents, James and Lily. Like, get into it.
Are they fucking?
What?
Are the parents fucking?
When they're meeting for the first time in Hogwarts? Like, we get, like, crumbs of their
story.
I
thought you meant post... I thought you meant them as adults were fucking. Like, before they die.
I was about to say, I mean, they didn't have many years of adulthood. That was crazy when I got older and, like, realized the age that she, like, killed all these people off. I was like, I'm sorry, they were, like, fighting dark magic at, like, 24? Like, damn. I would think if you had magic, I would actually wait to have kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, somebody sent you a fan fiction.
I saw it in my email. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I don't know why I said it so formal. I've never said fan fiction before.
A fiction of the fans. Someone else said, I agree with Megan, but I'm sadly shipless, and Love Island is not an option. Any other suggestions? Why is Love Island not an option? Love Island is always an option.
But also any fictional show, too. It doesn't have to be a real-life couple. You don't watch any type of TV? Any type of movies? Any type of media?
Yeah. Do you want to get back into Twilight? Get into Hunger Games? Get into, like, return, like, if you don't have a current ship going on, run back an old ship.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get you into a new ship.
Yeah. My old ship of Lois and Clark from the New Adventures of Superman has now re-upped because I didn't realize how much I was missing. See, I didn't like Smallville because it started in Smallville and I didn't like Lana. And so I have been seeing clips now when Lois finally arrives, and I might just jump in season 4 or 5 wherever she starts because I don't need the backstory because I already know it.
Totally. And there is something, like, undeniably so fucking hot about Tom Wellington as Superman in this. Like,
I watched it. I watched a few episodes and I was like, I just can't.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're here for the plot. I was there.
Yeah,
I was there to get my rocks
and I
off.
could just look at photos and I was fine.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing a lot of clips now and I said,
I want to
revisit this.
I didn't watch all of it because I remember I had my friend's mom. She was watching it, and that's how we got into it. Like, we walked in when she was watching it, and we both were like, hubba. Like, who is that? And it was when he was tied up in the barn, and I was like, yeah, yowza. And so I, like, would watch it when I was over at her house, but I, like, never watched, like, even, like, I think I probably watched, like, 2 episodes in a row. The rest of it just, like, sporadic, but I want to start it from the beginning. Except we have to think about the Nexium girl who's in it, isn't she?
Yeah. I mean, she's very much in it. His best friend. So
yeah.
And then the whole show.
Yeah. She's not in jail even, is she? I
think she got out.
I think she did get out too. Oh, this is a ship I haven't heard before. Someone said Always and Forever. It's Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie for me.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Unique.
They're like siblings. That's incest to me.
Yeah, they are sisters. So it is a little odd, but I think more people would think of them as sisters, or more people would get confused and think Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are sisters than the amount of people who don't even realize that Nicole Richie and Sophia Richie are sisters. They were like, wait, they're related? I'm like, what the? Are you really? Last name didn't mean anything to you? The fact that they're constantly posting photos with the same father?
Mm-hmm.
That also
and they have whatever. I'm at the point now where everybody's dumb.
Well, yeah, and
that's just how I think of everybody now.
It's the default.
Yeah.
Wow. Someone said, "I think you just found the key to teaching people empathy." Damn, you just took this to a whole other level. My current ship is David Cornsweet and Nicholas Hoult. Okay.
Cool.
Nicholas Hoult, you like him with the blonde hair now, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I've never found him attractive until he got that blonde hair. And I was like, oh, like I've never looked twice at that man.
Yeah.
He was number 2 for Superman. They were 1 and 2.
For this Superman?
Mm-hmm.
Odd. But I have to say, I like that. In the sense that cast your number 2 as something else in your movie.
Yeah, James Gunn said that during the screen testing, he just kept putting his finger over his hair and be like, can I see him bald? Because he was like, I knew that he should be Lex.
Oh, that's so nice. Because there's nothing worse than being like, hey, it's between you and one other person for this role. And you're like, amazing. You're put on hold for it. And then like it went to that other person. I'm like, could you give me another part? Like, could I just have something else if I got that close to that one? I was racking my brain to think of my favorite ships, and it dawned on me that the heartbreak of Raven and Devin breaking up, and That's So Raven, I will never get over. That was true young black love, and I will never forgive Disney for that.
Who does she end up marrying?
Do we see who she ends up with in the
because he comes visit the kids. I thought it was him. I mean, they get divorced, but...
Oh, maybe that's what they're referring to.
And you can just leave it at the original.
Okay, so they got back together.
They popped out 2 kids, so, then they got divorced.
Someone on the Disney Channel subreddit saying, I would have loved to see them develop some spin-off of college episodes like they did in Saved by the Bell, the college years. I would have liked to see how they reconnected after he moved.
Yeah, but they're like 40 now.
Yeah, well, it's too late for that. It's just too little too late.
Like, when would they... She was already college age while she was doing Raven, and then she wanted a break, so when would they have done that?
She was like, I can do a shake, a shimmy, a twist in the streets of Barcelona, and then I have other things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go back. I can't go back to that. I can't go back to wearing that many items of clothing. The amount of layers they had her in was, She's
still dressing like that.
But when she would have the jeans and then a skirt on top of the jeans and then a scarf belt on top of the jeans and then a chain belt on top of that, I'd be like, you were walking around with just, it's like a weighted bodysuit.
And that's why she just wears sweats now.
Yep. She's like, I'm fucking done with this shit. Convinced this is why the girlies are reading again. But how do we get the men to give a shit? Yep.
Did you see my response?
Yeah, men aren't our problem. It's true. They're none of my business. But we need them to fix democracy.
But I disagree with that. I think if we get in with the women and then women that are raising boys, we have to start fresh. The ones that are on our side are on our side. And then you get in with other women. And in America, we are the majority. It's just stupid women that vote against their own right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with all that.
I don't care about a fucking man unless I'm related to him and I can... All the men in my life that I'm related to, they're good.
Exactly.
And so all I can do is be an example for them.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also men don't want to learn from women. They want to learn from other men.
That's why it's not my problem.
Exactly.
It's men that are on our side that need to be indoctrinated.
Mm-hmm.
We see you getting after your fitness goals. But what about those money goals? You can count on Credit Karma for a clear view of your finances and your progress, helping you see results so you can keep checking off those financial personal bests and find your way to money. Progress never felt so good. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on. Download the app today.
Now at Chipotle, our all-new Chipotle Honey Chicken brings Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet. Seared smoked peppers and savory Mexican spices, blended with a hint of pure honey for a perfectly balanced sauce. All combined with fresh, tender chicken hot off the grill, served up in your favorite burrito or bowl. New Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level. But it's only at Chipotle for a limited time. Order now in the app for pickup or delivery. Chipotle, for real.
This episode is brought to you by Wayfair. Podcasts follow us everywhere. Whether you're cooking in the kitchen, chilling in the living room, or pretending to fold laundry in the bedroom. And with Wayfair, every one of those rooms can tell a story of its own. Their curated collections of furniture styles and prices make Wayfair the trusted destination to turn your home into your happy place. Shop everything home at wayfair.com with free and easy delivery straight to your door.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Someone else said, Obama opened my eyes to politics.
Oh, God.
And by someone, Mary said that.
I just can't.
Hey, let us have our ships. And here's the thing. Do you know who I think probably thinks that's funnier than anybody is Michelle? I think Michelle probably thinks that is so fucking funny.
I think Sasha thinks it's funnier than anybody.
Oh, well, yes. Besides the children. How can we use this to our advantage? Could you get me tickets to the concert? Already could, but
yeah.
Can Harry Styles be my other daddy?
I doubt she listens to Harry Styles.
Maybe. That's it.
All right. Someone said, no, girlie, you're definitely cursed. Do some cleansing rituals and also maybe move. It seems like all your exes are too close and you need a break. Someone else said, hear me out. What if their exes are cursed to always run into them? All of them? All 3 of them were cursed? Another person said, besides curses, there are rituals to break connections. The writer could try those. Someone else who is a witch said, I wouldn't say curse. However, we are in retrograde until August 10th. And from what I've seen on astrology TikTok, they've all said that we'll be running into our exes or past friends or people from the past. No, thank you. To the writer, I maybe suggest a banish spell to banish all exes. Well, this person has been running. It's not just a recent thing. They've been constantly running to it. So it wouldn't be retrograde that's affecting them. Another person said, writer's not wrong in that they are cursed. Time to move, girly, get away from the constant reminders and start fresh elsewhere. Another person said, I fear the writer may be cursed, but maybe they can hire an online witch to send their exes succubi in their dreams so they never want to stop sleeping or leave the house, and then the writer will be free.
Perfect.
And then the person said, I hope y'all get the reference because I can't figure out what episode of Don't Blame Me that call was in. Of course we get the reference. And that person is now married and thriving. So I was like, bitch, where have you been? And she said, and I got married.
Send your wedding pics. We won't post them, but I just want to see them.
Someone else said, definitely cursed. My country is about 1.3 million people, and I rarely see anyone from uni/high school who isn't in my current friend group. And that's it.
Then we have writer number 2. Are they wrong for thinking 30-year-old birthday parties should be simple? 35% said the writer is wrong. Wow. 65% said the writer is not wrong. Writer is not wrong. Whatever happened to a nice dinner and drinks? Also, I think the bar for gifts should be lowered and should be small but thoughtful.
If I'm paying to go to Greece, you're not getting a gift.
I didn't even realize, like, that didn't even cross my mind that there were going to be a gift involved after that.
My gift is my presence. My presence is your present.
That would, like, that's objectively crazy to me. If you are getting, like, if you are getting on a flight or you're staying overnight somewhere, and I even think if, like, there is we're spending money to do this thing together, that's your present. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand people are like, oh, well, we have adult money now. And I was like, and we have adult bills.
Yep.
Someone said, hi, this is me. So after hearing your thoughts, I think maybe it is just my friend group. There's like a core 6 of us and our partners. We went through all the weddings a few years ago, so maybe this is just in the in-between of wedding and kids, like Melissa said. Thanks for your insight, ladies. I think it could be. I think that's what I said.
It's not like a baby moon.
No, I think that's like before you're about to pop.
I know. I'm saying it's like the pre-pregnancy.
Yeah, it's the pre-raw moon. Before we're raw dogging it. People can do whatever they want for their birthday, so the writer shouldn't feel bad having their low-key 30th. But it is a milestone year happening in continuously, quote-unquote, unprecedented times. So I understand why I and others did/are doing it big. For my 30th, my friends and I went to our twin island and stayed in a hotel for 5 days. In the same year, we did a weekend staycation at a hotel for my friend's 30th in the same group. My friend group is small, though. Because I think that makes more sense. If it's 2 people, 2 trips, and it's like, oh, cool, fun. Let's, like, you can think of more. 6 is a fucking
plus
lot.
Partners.
Yeah. So it's double the cost, essentially.
Yep.
My partner celebrated their 30th with a shark coochie board and wine and Prosecco and dressed like you're at the cuntiest funeral I've ever been to. Death to my 20s party. For my 30th, I'm debating either Tumblr party or emo party. Oh my God. You could do both. Tumblr or emo.
But aren't you emo anyway?
I think we're talking like, we're like really leaning into emo. We're talking like no longer having a job emo. Like the kind of emo you can be when like your only restrictions are, no, it's like you have no restrictions. You have no like school dress code restrictions. You have no like, gotta be, I have a boss.
Or it's a throwback to the 2000s emo.
Oh, well, yeah, that's key. Birthday should be whatever the birthday person wants. If for you that's a simple, then go for it. The person planning 2 years out to do a villa weekend, I think that's only justifiable if they never want a wedding or kids. Well, they had a wedding. So I'm 30 this year and I planned a party at a local venue where people can drive to so that people could spend as little as they wanted to. The idea of expecting people to be able to go on a trip is crazy, unless as the person planning it, you can fund a large portion of the cost for everyone, or it's clear that there's no pressure to attend. Someone else said, all I wanted for my 30th was a dinner I didn't have to cook or pay for myself. That's a good one. Okay, they don't have to be quote unquote simple, but this writer's circle is wild. Seriously, how wealthy or in debt are they? My 30th is coming up in a few weeks, and I would never expect my friends to be signing up for shit like this, especially if multiple are doing it in close succession. I agree. Joint, extravagant, or don't expect everyone to attend. My friend group is all the same age and we all met in college. We are turning 30 next year and are planning one group trip to celebrate all of us at once. Still deciding domestic or international. That makes perfect and total sense. Doesn't have to be simple, but I do not want to get on a plane unless it's a best friend. I don't think the writer is wrong necessarily, but very much on board with what Meghan said that birthdays can, and depending on the circumstances, should be celebrated as much as weddings, but not necessarily in addition to. Like, you get to choose one big giant party at that life stage. Yeah. I'm turning 30 in a few weeks and just going to a pub with some cake with friends. Most of my friends turning 30 this year are doing similar low-key things. Keep it. It's you and your birthday. That's it.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you pay for stuff in-store, online, or over time. Now that's a tune. You can pay your own way. Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at paypal.com.
At Capella University, learning online doesn't mean learning alone. You'll get support from people who care about your success, like your enrollment specialist who gets to know you and the goals you'd like to achieve. You'll also get a designated academic coach who's with you throughout your entire program. Plus, career coaches are available to help you navigate your professional goals. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
Hey there, travelers. Kaylee Cuoco here. Sorry to interrupt your music, great artist BT Dubs, but wouldn't you rather be there to hear it live? With Priceline, you can get out of your dreams and into your dream concert. They've got millions of travel deals to get you to that festival, gig, rave, soundbath, or sonic experience you've been dreaming of. Download the Priceline app today, and you can save up to 60% off hotels and up to 50% off flights. So don't just dream about that trip. Book it with Priceline.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Then we got my wrong of the week, Hector Corona Villanueva. Who's wrong? 95% said that Hector's wrong. 5% said Hector's not wrong.
So there's like one unblurred photo of the teddy bear, and I'm not even sure if it's like that one or if it's like the listing photo, but I do want everyone to know that like I spared you from including it. Like, it's like horrific. Like, it looks so gross and so freaky and scary.
And then the fact that it was sold out after this story.
Yeah, it really freaks me out.
Posted. There's like lots of weirdos out there.
Yeah, lots of fucking freaks.
Someone said I also nominate Melissa for a partial wrong of the week. As a San Diegan, I would like to say I don't want to claim Victorville as SoCal, especially after hearing this. I didn't declare that. The news did. So you take it up with the press.
Which was also a little crazy to me, too. I was like, I wouldn't have called that Southern California, but
I don't even know where it is. So
I call it Central, but that's I don't think I'm right.
That's what the news said. So not my problem. And do not ever put something like that on me that I'm wrong.
She's never wrong.
Someone said, I love when dumb boys get caught. Someone else said people need hobbies. Well, that is his hobby. Being a weirdo. Some people need better hobbies. Someone else said this guy should be admitted to a mental health facility. Well, if they've gone through the proper channels. Just not going to put that on anybody. Someone else said, what the fuck? This man has no friends. The teddy bear was his friend. Someone else said, I'm very much anti-human skin teddies. What if it was a teddy that was like a sexy teddy? You know, like not Build-A-Bears.
I was like Build-A-Bear After Dark.
No, I mean like the lingerie type teddy. Even grosser.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's it.
Then my nomination for Wrong of the Week, Conor McGregor. 95% said he was wrong. 5% said he was not wrong. Are you okay, that 5%? Are you well? What do you mean?
If there's crossover with the teddy bears, which
Perverts.
I'm sure there is,
Perverts.
y'all are weird.
Someone said, why are men? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, tiny lobster man needs his mommy to take his phone away.
He does look like a lobster, and not in a delicious type of way.
Oh, in like a crustacean kind of way.
Burnt, crusty, crunchy type way.
Mm-hmm. Someone said, put it away. As an Irish woman, we strongly believe that Conor is always wrong. He left his pregnant girlfriend who supported him before he had his big break, and since then we have, as a nation, disowned him. I did know that. People were like, oh my God, he's Irish? And I was like, no, he is not. He is not Irish. He is no longer Irish. He's a piece of shit and has consistently been.
How many people you know with the Mick at the front that aren't Irish?
Oh, none.
Exactly. So why are people questioning that?
No, I know. People are just like, oh my God, he's like, but everyone's like, but I thought like they have like having, well, a lot of people just have like stereotypes of what they think Irish people are like in like a romanticized version.
There's still terrible Irish people. There's terrible people everywhere.
Had to have that conversation with people being like, I just like got to move to Ireland, right? But like, you know, it's all inclusive. It's so inclusive and like I have rights and it's not racist. I'm like, oh, Ireland has its own set of problems. We've all got those, but in general, America's dealing when we, as an entire world, collectively shit on.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else said, "Ew, I hate this man." To do that to Azealia Banks of all people is crazy.
Yeah, he wanted to be seen.
Exactly. Connor is always wrong. That's it.
All right.
Wonderful, fantastic. We hope you all enjoyed. Okay. Very nice. Thank you for that.
Join us on Thursday for Don't Blame Me. And then we're going to be on our summer break. We're going to play some old eps. So stay tuned. If you have any faves that you would like us to replay, let us know. And we will make sure it happens. Possibly.
Yeah.
It's hard to find sometimes.
We have a lot
of
episodes. Like sometimes you guys can't even find. We don't. Yeah, us too. It's hard. There's a lot. We've been doing this for a while. Mm-hmm. So we hope you all enjoyed.
All right. We will see you next Tuesday.
Except not. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you won't, but like you will.
Yeah.
It'll be something.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Look, we all know there are a lot of celebrity interview podcasts out there, but there's only one, Happy, Sad, Confused. I'm Josh Horowitz, and yeah, I'm the host of the show, so I'm a little biased, but truly Happy, Sad, Confused is the place for nerdy and intimate conversations with all your favorite actors and filmmakers. From Andrew Garfield and Scarlett Johansson to Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino. For over 10 years and over 700 episodes, Happy, Sad, Confused has broken movie and TV news every single week. That's because I ask all the questions I want to know, and more importantly, you want to know. Casting what-ifs, backstage stories, acting pet peeves, and much more. So whether you're into superheroes, prestige TV, or just the coolest actors and directors alive, you're going to learn something in every episode. Listen to Happy, Sad, Confused on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's ticklish business any way you look at it. Come on, we'll stick together.
Love movies? Love classic movies? So do we. Ticklish Business is the podcast where classic film is discussed in modern times. Hosted by me, film journalist Kristen Lopez, and my co-host, author Emily Edwards, we dive into the golden age of cinema with fun, heart, and serious expertise. As published film historians and lifelong classic movie buffs, we bring insider insights, deep research, and lively debates with a variety of special guests, ranging from celebrities like Holly Madison to TCM luminaries Dave Karger and Eddie Muller, and even family members of old Hollywood legends. Subscribe now to Ticklish Business on your favorite podcast app, and let's talk about old Hollywood today.
Does music really have the power to heal? How can you instantly be more persuasive? What would the world be like if there were no bugs? These are the kind of topics we explore in every episode of my podcast called Something You Should Know. My name is Mike Carruthers, and what we do on Something You Should Know is we find leading experts and curate topics that will impact your life, satisfy your curiosity, or simply fascinate you. Maybe all of the above. Out of all the millions of podcasts in the universe, Something You Should Know is usually ranked in the top 200 of all podcasts on Apple. A lot of people like Something You Should Know, and I'm willing to bet you will too. We deliver 3 episodes a week and have a catalog of over 1,000 shows for you to listen to. Give a listen to Something You Should Know, wherever you get your podcasts.